It's currently 8:45 p.m. I did more vertical lines for the mask of this polystyrene drawing project, primarily during the late morning to early to mid-afternoon period. Around 10 in the morning, I had some fried dough that Dad got last night at Salvatore's. And that during the late morning, Dad toasted. I had that fried dough with my first cup of plain coffee from the morning pot Dad made today. I recall getting up around 9 in the morning after falling asleep around 1:45 in the morning. Waking up around, I think around 4:50 in the morning, going back to bed, waking up around 6 in the morning, going back to bed, waking up around 7 in the morning, and then going back to bed one more time, and waking up around 8:30 in the morning. Dad also got these chicken wings from Salvatore's last night. Though I didn't notice them until about 2 in the afternoon. Around 3:15 p.m., I had leftover fries from last night. With 2 Italian sausage links that I sliced. And I recall having a glass of whole milk with it. And then later I poured tap water into this exact same glass that I had the whole milk. in. Not too long ago, Dad made this Bobole pizza. He put on the cheese and pepperoni. Himself. And it turned out pretty good. I recall having technically 4 cups of coffee, though the fourth was just basically a splash of plain coffee. And while the third cup counted as a full cup, I probably could have put that splash that made up the fourth cup in there as well. I didn't feel like filling the third cup to the brim. From about 10 in the morning to 1:45 p.m. As I was drawing vertical lines, for the mask details, roughly from 6 to 7 p.m., I helped my dad outside to put away some branches for weeds he cut down earlier. During the afternoon, there was a big pile, well, 2 big piles, which contained all of the branches with leaves that I was to move a very short distance in the backyard, about 2 arms lengths at the most. And then I was to flatten the new piles. In total, I made 2 big piles. That were just basically 2 arm lengths. away from where the original piles were, near the garage. And while I was making the new piles, there were many points in which I would take some time to essentially walk on the pile of branches with leaves in order to flatten the pile. And at least slightly break up the branches. Every now and then going out of my way to break up a branch. Presumably to make it easier for my dad to put those branches he cut away. The branches were usually of a small enough diameter that I could break them with either my hands or more often my feet while wearing a pair of rainbow tie-dye Crocs and mostly black socks. There was one point in which Dad helped me with a branch. A few branches by using a pair of garden shears, I believe they're called, or something else that looks similar to that. To cut a few branches. I sweated moderately after about 15 or so minutes. It was hot like many summer days are, but not horribly hot. And the work didn't require that much effort. Around 12:30, in the afternoon. I opened my email and I got a message that told me my application wasn't picked for further consideration. For the stocking associate job I applied for, at our local Wegmans. Either way, there'll always be more job offers. I'm not entirely sure why it wasn't picked for further review. It could be maybe I'm overqualified for the position because I have a bachelor's degree, something that Mom suggested during a phone call in which she called me around 12:15, 12:30 p.m. After telling her about that message I received, I believe I checked my email because she asked if the people at Wegmans Recruitment got back to me yet. According to my best recollection, or it could have to do with how at one point during the phone interview, I said that most likely I would stay in that position for 1 to 2 years. Or otherwise until I had passive income, that would essentially allow me to work anytime, anywhere. Though at the time I worded it differently. As completely flexible hours and allow me to stay at home if I recall correctly. Ultimately, I can't be entirely sure. It was good to help my dad with putting away the branches out in the backyard today. I got to help my dad and do some light exercise at the same time. My legs and my abdomen are a little sore right now, though it's only really when I move. It's not while I'm sitting still like this. But I'm doing good. It's only slightly hot in this room right now with the fan running. At around 9:48 p.m.,